Scott Kirby, the CEO, is telling me he's confident that Boeing will return to producing quality aircraft if it can change its culture. United has had to deal with Boeing quality control problems after finding loose bolts on its 737 MAX aircraft. Scott told me what needs to change at the manufacturer.
It's cultural. It's 100% cultural. They have 140,000 of the greatest engineers, maintenance, mechanics, people in the world, and they need to be allowed to build great products, design great products, focus on the quality, not be focused on the short-term financial results, focus on quality, and the financials will take care of itself.
So your answer has just put you into the camp of those who, of where things may have gone astray.
Yeah.
You believe they focused on the balance sheet a little, or the profit and loss, rather than on the product.
Yeah, I think all of us think that. That they're too focused on the short-term financials, and this goes back really decades. Too focused on, I think it goes back to the McDonnell-Douglas merger. Too focused on the short-term financials instead of focusing on building the best products in the world and building them with high quality, and then the financials take care of themselves.
And could you see that developing? I mean, both when you're at American and at United, could you see this happening?
Absolutely, and it's a gradual. It's the kind of thing that happens. Culture change is usually gradual, and it's gradual. And you could also see it, but it's also the reason that I'm confident they can turn it around, because they have great people who remember that, who want that, who take pride. You talk to people at Boeing, they talk about building the B-29 to win World War II, and they're people. They have the legacy, the history of doing that, and so it's there. In their DNA, in their bones. So I know they can do it. They just got to do it.
On a wider note, I'm asking US CEOs particularly, how concerned are you about what you see as the divisiveness at the moment in the United States? And
political?
Political. It's not a political question per se, but we are going into a period unprecedented.
Yeah. I'll say this less, not as a CEO of United Airlines, but as a U.S. citizen, as somebody that believes the United States is the greatest country in the history of the planet. And I'm ready for us to get back to positive. The United States, Americans are best when we are positive, when we're moving forward, when we're making the world a better place, when we're making our country a better place. And I'm ready to get back to positive.
How'd you do that?
There's a lot of people that are. This election doesn't feel like it's going to be very positive. But there are a lot of people that are, and I think at some point, it's the American spirit to be positive. We're not people that are down and upset. We're about, even when there's challenges, overcoming them, and it's core to who we are culturally, and it's going to come back.
And you see it, of course, when you take IATA. We're here this year. We're in India next year. These are all the fastest growing parts of the world that the US has to play part in.
Yeah, and when I talk to people, and I get to talk to people from around the globe, being the CEO of the biggest airline in the world, and the other thing is, like, people will tell you, there may be things about the United States that they don't like or don't appreciate, but they aspire to the values that the United States stand for. They really do. And the people around the world want the U.S. in a leadership position, out front, something to aspire to. And I am proud to be an American, and proud to represent the U.S. when I'm traveling abroad. And even though it's fractious and it's frustrating at times, we get to the right answer at the end of the day, and we have a great system. We're really lucky to be born Americans.